Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, X Stitch and Chill. My name is Kelsey and this channel is all about cross stitch. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and spending some stitchy time with me. And if you're new here, welcome. As I said, my name is Kelsey and I live in Colorado with my husband, our daughter. We have 2 cats and a dog. And I love cross stitching. I started cross stitching again in 2021. I spent a lot of 2020 coloring and then I was like, oh, I used to cross stitch as a kid and that was really fun, and I found like some crazy patterns and everything. So now I'm deep in it. But it's super fun and I love making these FlossTube videos for you guys and talking about my progress and sharing with you and being part of this super awesome community. So yeah, I have a lot of cool updates for you today. As a reminder, before we get started, if you have any questions about patterns, you want a link to it, want to know about fabric and everything, there is a link to the Google spreadsheet down in the description, and I try to make sure it's updated. But if you ever want to know anything about my project, if I don't say it, check it out there. I'm doing this a little late, I think, because I'm leaving town for a couple days. Well, not a couple days, almost 2 weeks. And when I come back from my trip, it's going to be really busy. And then like school starts, like, I don't know, a week after, 2 weeks after we get back. So yeah, summer is already like coming to an end, and it's, I mean, it'll be nice to have my kid back in school, but at the same time, I'm a little sad that, you know, she's been having such a great summer. She went to a summer camp, overnight camp. She's outside making bracelets with all the kids right now, and it's just been really fun. And, you know, our neighbors are selling their house, so if you are interested in moving to Colorado and you want to be my neighbor, come on down. And then also one of her very best friends is moving up north in Colorado to Fort Collins, and so she's kind of having a bittersweet end to her summer because her friend leaves in the next week or so, and our neighbors just put their house up for sale. So we'll see. But summer is almost over and it's kind of heartbreaking, yet exciting, yet, you know, like the pool's open for a whole nother 2 months once they go back to school. So like I can go to the pool during school hours and there's nobody there. Anyway, I have gone off on a tangent that I did not mean to go off on, but yeah. I'm not 100% organized with this one today just because I want to get it out. I leave Monday morning, but tomorrow I'm filming a wedding. It's going to be 100 degrees. Luckily, they moved most of the events inside because I will die. But it's at a botanic garden, so we'll be outside at some point, I'm sure. But for the most part, everything's inside, so it's not going to be crazy hot, but it's so hot. And again, I'm on a tangent. Stop it, focus. So yeah, I wanted to get this video out to you guys before I leave, since I won't be able to do another one for a little while. And I'm not sure when I'll be able to get the next one out. So hopefully it won't be too long, but we are starting fresh right now and then we can update later. Okay, I'm done rambling. So you came here for stitching. Let's get into stitching. So most exciting thing is that I have a finish. It's not an FFO because I am not really an FFOer. I feel like I'm more of a process stitcher. I like to finish things because I like to be like, look what I did. But I am not really like a finisher, fully finisher, because I just don't, I don't know, like when it's done, I'm like, I did it, and then cool. So anyway, I did finish the Biscuit Mill by Modern Folk Embroidery, and here is my finish. I didn't even iron it because, you know, I'm lazy. It literally went in a drawer. I took some pictures. But this is the biscuit mill, and like I said, it's from Modern Folk Embroidery. I did this on an 18 count Aida. I think it's called Dunes from Fiber on a Whim. It's gorgeous fabric. I absolutely loved it. And then I did the stitching in A Week's Dye Works. Monkey Grass is the name of it. This does have like a second color option where you can do like a lighter color in it, a second color, but I decided that I love this fabric so much that I don't want to cover it anymore. And that was kind of like the whole plan in the first place. So I'm not too worried about it, but I still have plenty of this fabric left over. Like, I think this is a fat quarter, so it's like, I got plenty more. And I put it in the middle because I didn't like the coloring on this part over here. So I wanted it to be more on the other side. So yeah, that is my finish. So I started this one, I probably should have looked this up, in February of 2023. I don't know the exact date. It's in the pattern keeper, well, markup, but I don't know. And it was originally my F1 stitch, so I was stitching it on F1 weekends, and because there's like goals that you're supposed to meet on those stitching challenge goals that you're supposed to meet, but it obviously took longer than one season to get done, and yeah, but I'm glad it's finished now. And so it took me a year and a half, and I basically just sat down and was like, I need to finish this. Just finished it. So yeah, it's beautiful. I love it, and I don't get a lot of finishes, so it feels good. All right, on to the whips, I guess. So the first whip is the Summer Stitch Along by Velvet Pony Designs, and it's being released, like, I think it's every 2 weeks release. So I finished part 3, so we can call it a tiny finish. But I did finish the third installment of it, and it is a mystery stitch along, so I don't know what it's going to look like when it's finished, but here is parts 1, 2, and 3. And I am just stitching this on an 18 count gridded Aida. I have a gang of it that was gifted to me. So by Emma from B&E Stitchery on FlossTube. She's New Kid Needle Minder on Instagram. But yeah, so I don't know what the animal is. If you have any guesses, put them in the comments. I've heard a lot. I've had people say like a rabbit, a doe, or a fawn. Red panda was a choice. I'm still going with either capybara or like a jackalope or something, you know, like a hare. But I'm not entirely sure that that's going to be like a rabbit or a deer or something. Doesn't make sense to me because it doesn't have a tail. Like, what doesn't have a tail? Red pandas, I don't think have tails, or they have like little ones, but so yeah, I don't know what it is, but the new release comes out, let's see, it's Friday today, the 12th. So the new one comes out tomorrow, I think. So hopefully that'll have some more clues as to what we're doing here. Also, so someone had suggested, I did not look it up. I'll put them in the thing, but someone had suggested, because last FlossTube I was complaining how I usually stitch from top to bottom, and this one is being released from bottom to top, and I was complaining how it was annoying more than anything to have to like switch up how I was stitching, and someone suggested that I should stitch it upside down. So I stitched it in the hoop like this. So then I was technically stitching from the top down. And I have some thoughts. It wasn't terrible, but there were a few things like when you, like, and I think most of the problem was just like reading the pattern and putting it on to the fabric, which is like what you do for cross stitching. So all of it was different. But I think one of the things, well, there was two major things. First of all, I couldn't get the, I had to go and manually put in all of the symbols and match them to the colors so that when I selected the symbol, it would show me on the chart where the color is. So I had to go and manually put that in because when you rotate the chart in markup, the symbols are upside down, which some of them, it doesn't matter, but for some of them it does. So I did have to like go and like manually do all of that, which was kind of a pain, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, it's not a ton of stitches, so it wasn't like it was the whole thing. And then I also had to, like, when I flipped it, because it's not like perfectly, like the grid size is not perfectly square, it's like 95 or something by whatever, I don't know, it's not a zero number. So on the grid, when I rotated the stitch, the grid was wrong. So like the mark for every 10 stitches was really like on like, it was every 10 stitches, but on the pattern line, it was in the 5. It was in the middle of the 10 stitches, not on the line. So I don't know if that's too confusing, but yeah. Am I going to stitch upside down again? I don't know. I don't really feel like it like sped me up that much. So I'll probably just keep stitching the way I was. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it was worth it, but I tried it, and you know, I'm a meh fan of it. But if you are like really struggling with stitching from top to bottom, bottom to top, I would suggest it, but maybe I would suggest that you like start that way, not switch to that halfway through. There's somebody on Twitch, Sassacas. She stitches on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Saturday, I think. And she's on for quite a bit. And she's doing like this huge Return of the Ring movie poster stitch. It's giant. And she stitches it upside down because of how like it's easier to reach on the pattern, like on her scroll frame. So if you want to see someone who's an expert at stitching upside down, you can go check her out. The next one is a mainstay on this channel, and that is Deathly Hollows, which is a art by DJ Vigo, and it's charted by Thread Geeks. And it was retired for a little while, but now it's back. So, and DJ Vigo has a ton of these like style patterns in all sorts of different like fandoms and stuff. He's got some like Disney-esque ones, Game of Thrones ones. There's a couple other Harry Potter ones. I know Stitching in La La Land is doing the Hogwarts one, which I also have. Just haven't done it. I have a Zelda one, which I have not seen on their website. So anyway, if you like the style of this, you can go check those out because he has a lot of different ones. There's more that I would get, but you know, time, energy, focus. Anyway, this is what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And here's where we are now. So I'm not really taking this out of the hoop right now because I'm still working on it. Still working on the swirls. It's mostly down to like the lighter colors and the yellows and the light blue and mints that need to get done. But yeah, I'm getting there. I'm like 60% done with this page, and then there's a lot of black. So like this guy right here is all black. This guy over here is black. And then this is Death. That's his head. So yeah. Once that page is done, there's only one page that I haven't like touched, and it's the last page over here. Well, I guess it's down here, 12. So yeah. Yeah, I think I think once I finish this page, I'm going to go back over to the other side because there's still like a ton of black missing. So I might like go for an easy win and stitch a bunch of the black because, you know, it's easy. Get it done. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish this year, but I don't know if I will because it's a lot. The next one is another one of my giant full coverages. This one's even more giant. This one's over 100,000 stitches. The Deathly Hallows is like 60, 70,000 stitches, and this one's over 100,000 stitches. So, you know, it'll get done eventually. But I am enjoying working on this one. So this one is Moe and Chandon. This is the White Star. Yeah. I also have the Imperial one. If you want to see someone who's a little further along on these, the Diddy Stitcher on YouTube is doing both of them. She's put them away for now, but you can go back and see her progress. So yeah, I have been working on this one. I'm stitching it on 25 count. 2 over 1/10 stitch, or half stitch, technically, I guess. And yeah, this is what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And I didn't get a ton of stitches in here, but I am kind of like working on her face. I'm kind of like finding colors where there's like a bunch of colors of that color. So I'm not doing so much confetti all the time because like the flowers behind her head and stuff is just lots and lots of confetti. So yeah. Yeah, so anyway, this is what it looks like now. So you can see her face coming in, and this is like her shoulder. And it is quite beautiful. I love the colors. You can see all the colors right there. So, but yeah, loving it. I get this one out like when I really feel like cross stitching because it does require a lot of focus and a lot of effort. And that's good sometimes, you know. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to be super lazy about it. So yeah, this one is great. I think I'm like 3.75% through it. I know you guys are impressed. And Moe and Shannon is charted by Tilton Crafts, and the artwork is by Alphonse Mucha, who has a bunch of beautiful art. There are a lot of patterns of it on Etsy, but I don't know how legit those are. Some of them are like they have like this one, but like different colors, like more blues and stuff. But yeah, I don't know about that. Tilton Crafts, I know, like, is a legit place to get patterns from. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah. Next one is Cursed Cat Alistair, which is by KVO. Hold on, I gotta look at my notes. KVO The Stitch. That's what I thought it was gonna be. KVO The Stitch on Etsy. So this is a character from a TV show that my daughter really likes. And yeah, it's like technically fan art. Like it's not really a character from the show. At like a Comic-Con or something, the actors were asked to draw their character how they thought their character should be drawn. I don't really know what, but the guy who voices Alistair drew his character as a cursed cat. So it's very macabre. And dark. And that's what my daughter is into right now. So I'm all for it. As long as she still likes this when I finish it, I'm in love with that. But anyway, this is what it looked like last time. And I really didn't get a ton of progress on this. I kind of just got part of his leg done. So this is what it looks like now. So yeah, getting through the black outline, and then I can just fill in all the reds and pinks that are in there. He's a very pink cat. I thought he would be more red, but when I was like pulling the DMC colors, I was like, oh gosh. I asked my daughter, I was like, is this what color he's supposed to be? Do you like this? We can switch it out. And she's like, yeah, it's fine. So it's fine. Anyway, so that is Cursed Cat Alistair, which, yeah, we'll talk about that one again later in a little bit. Hold on. All right, the next one that I worked on is also a staple on my channel, and that is Schitt's Creek Landmarks, which is by Stitchy Time Designs on Etsy. And this was my very first start at full coverage. So I'm glad that I did this one first because it's not like too crazy. It's very block stitchy. And I sat down and did quite a bit on this one. I got like 600 stitches done, more than 600 stitches done in like 2 days. So yeah, I am working on, so I have the top 3 pages done of the 12-page pattern. So I'm working on the middle 3 pages. I have almost 2 done. Yeah, I bounce around a lot when I stitch on this one because like it is block colors. So I'm like, I'm bored with that one. Let's do this one. I'm bored with that one. Let's do this one. So anyway, that's what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And this is what it looks like now. So again, not out of the hoop, but this is the Rose Apothecary. This is the vet clinic. The top of this roof is the Rosebud Motel. And now I am working in here on Cafe Tropical. And then the vet clinic continues over here too. So yeah, it's a really easy stitch to just sit down and like get a bunch of stitches done. Crush it. But it is taking forever. I would like to finish this one eventually too, but there's still like quite a bit left down at the bottom. Because the bottom, pretty much the whole thing is the Rosebud Motel. And then it says Schitt's Creek on the bottom. I'm starting to stress that I don't have enough fabric though. Despite the fact that I measured it, this is like one of the first big ones that I started. It's on a 16 count, like Charles Craft Ivory Aida, because I was like, well, no one's going to see the Aida, so who cares? But yeah, we'll see. It will be an adventure for all of us. If anything, I'll just cut off the Schitt's Creek part at the bottom because that's not like super necessary. But yeah, and there is some back stitching still left to do on here as well. But yeah, that is Schitt's Creek. And then the last whip that I have to share with you guys actually has gotten a lot of love recently. And that is my Spiral Galaxy Temperature Stitch by Climbing Goat Designs. I'm doing this on an 18 count black Aida, and this is what it looked like last time. I don't know what you're looking at, but this is what it looks like now. So I just got through May. So the first spiral, let's see if I can hold this and show it at the same time. This first spiral down here that goes around, that is January, February, March. And now we're into the second spiral, which is April, May, and June. So I have gone through May. So this right here is the end of May. So yeah. And I got most of that done the last couple days. I think I was like a little way through June, but I got all of June done quickly. Yeah. I have, this is like a love-hate project for me. I love how it's turning out, but I think like I don't want to start over, but I wish I would have spent some more time deciding what colors I was going to use. Climbing Goat Designs does an amazing job of being like, okay, well, if you want every 3 degrees to change temperature, here's a list of all the colors that you should use. If you want it to be, you know, a new color for every degree, here's all the colors you can use. And I think I'm using like the 28 one or something, because I didn't want to be too many colors. So it's like every three degrees is a color. So I didn't want it to be a ton of colors, but I wanted it to be a little more varied than every 5, like mine that I did last year. And there's so many like yellows and greens. I wish I would have like put some other colors in there so that like a lot of these yellows are like super close to the same color, and like all the mid levels are like yellow and green. So there's going to be like way more yellow and green than any other color. So yeah, I just kind of wish I had taken my time and picked out the colors a little differently, which I don't think I would have thought about until I stitched it. So I don't think I would have done it at the beginning anyway. So hopefully I can start June soon and get that cooking. I really like the temperature cells because I like to like go on and check the weather and put it in the spreadsheet, and then I like to, you know, go and type in the number of the color it is, and then kind of look and be like, oh, well, this one's this color, and then 2 later is that color, so I should just save my floss and I'll just park it, and then I'll switch to the other color and stuff. Like, I feel like it's a very nerdy stitch for like spreadsheets and organization, which I am not a super organized person. I don't use spreadsheets for much, but I don't know, it feels good. I feel like I'm in control of the temperature stitch versus like the other ones are just like follow the thing and good luck. So yeah, I don't know about that, but I really like that temperature stitch. I might do it again next year just to make it different, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to. We'll see what's out there. So I don't have a ton of haul, which is a good thing for me. I'm really trying to focus on doing the things I have, except for patterns. Patterns are just a free-for-all, it feels like. But I did, I was watching the Giddy Stitcher, Michelle, and she got gifted like a thing of like cross-stitch notions, and she was like using them, and then she kind of did like a review kind of like, this is what this is what it does, did I like using it, kind of thing. And if you're not watching her channel in general, you should be watching her channel because she's awesome. She's a multi-crafter, so she does talk about a lot of other things besides cross stitch, but yeah, so she had gotten these tail end weavers. So like they can help. Here, this is what they look like. So I take them out of the package, sorry. I haven't used them yet, but they're like kind of like a needle threader a little bit, but like you run it under the stitches on the back part, and then you can stick your thread through there and pull it through. So if you were playing an intense game of thread chicken, this is your new best friend. Because then it's pretty easy to just like pull it through to secure it, instead of trying to like finagle the needle, or I've done like where I stick the needle partway in and then I'm trying to put like this little tiny thread, like lick it and put it in the needle. It's not a pretty sight. So if you have that problem, check out these tail end weavers. I just got them the other day, so I haven't even tried them yet, but I am excited to use them and make my life better. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I just got these at Joann's. If I like them, maybe I will invest in some that I'm like, cute, I love these, because hearts are not really my jam, but yeah, so we'll see where I am with these. And then I am a patron on the Witchy Stitchers page, mostly so I can get all the tarot the Lisa Frank tarot, Nostalgia Tarot, there we go. All the Nostalgia Tarot patterns, but she puts out other patterns too. I don't know if I ever shared the Leave Me Alone, I'm Cross Stitching one. Some people have finished it and it looks really cute, and I definitely want to do it at some point. It's just, it's not big, but it's like big for me, you know, like, because I have so many big projects that I don't know if yeah, I don't know. Anyway, she did release another one this month, and it was called Vampire, and it's a little kitty vampire, and I actually really love it because it looks like my cat, A, and B, it's just adorable, and you can do it with the moon or without the moon. Marika Stitches, I think it's Marika. She's on FlossTube as well as on Instagram, and she has finished it, and it's like, it's really cute. She like crushed it. It would be really cute to do it one day because the called for colors are the colors of one of my cats, and then I thought it would be cute to do another one like so that they face each other, so I'd have to like flip it, you know, with orange cat colors to match my orange cat, and they would look at each other. I don't know though, that's a lot, but I feel like that's one of those things where you like get one done and then you're like, yeah, that wasn't fun at all. I'm not going to do another one. You pick your favorite child and you roll with it. So yeah, that was the Patreon exclusive for this month. And then I did get some charts from Tilton Crafts. Somebody had posted, and I cannot find it for the life of me who it was, because I went back to be like, thanks so much, and then I'm like, who posted this? And so Tilton Crafts is retiring a bunch of their Cordic patterns. I think his name is Daniel Cordic. Hold on. Yep, Daniel Cordic. I actually have a couple of his already. I have the Femme Fatale. Is that the only one I have? I think that might be the only one I have. Also, I just realized that you probably have noticed my hickeys. I am working through a shoulder impingement, so I went to the chiropractor today, and they did the cupping, so I'm getting some cupping done. They're real cute, like, yeah. And then there's some on my back too, but you can't see those ones. But anyway, if you were alarmed, just know, I know that they're there. It's okay. Anyway, back to Tilton Crafts and Cordic. She was going to retire them. So I do have one of his Femme Fatale, which is gorgeous. And I honestly, like, that is like one that I really do want to start in the near future. And then I went through and picked out a couple other ones that I like. And I was like, I'm probably not going to stitch them. Should I buy them? And then I was kind of like, you know what? I'll have them. If I ever want to stitch them, I have them. And I just got the ones that I really liked, which was 4. So, and then Tilton Crafts did like buy 3, get 1 free or something like that. So I really got 3. I got 4 of them for the price of 3. So it was like a bargain. So anyway, I got these ones. I got Ever After, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's just the most iconic scene of all time. And then I got Grace Kelly, which reminds me a lot of the Femme Fatale one, and I just love the design, how it looks like the fabric is a curtain that she's opening up. Like, this one's beautiful. I like that one a lot too. Obviously I bought it. And then I got the Wonder Woman one just because I thought it looked pretty and I liked it. And then the last one I got was, Matahari. And oh my God, you guys, this is gorgeous. That is another one that I would love to start soon, but they're all like kind of grayscale except for like femme fatale is like mostly grays and blacks and like dark browns, and then her lips are pink. I think she's got some on her eyes too, but Wonder Woman is probably the more colorful one of that style, and then Ever After is all colors. So yeah, those are what I got. I think that you can still get them through Saturday, but I don't know when I'm going to edit this and put it together, so yeah, you're on your own with that one. Sorry if you missed it. Again, like I said, I might never stitch them, but at least I have the patterns. They are in my possession, and if I want to do them, I can do them. It's all part of the cross-stitch pattern collecting hobby that I really enjoy doing. Future plans. As I said, we are headed out of town. We are going to Florida. Just my daughter and I. We are doing like a girls trip. So my mom will meet us there. She has a house in Cocoa Beach, and we'll spend a couple days there. And then we are going to West Palm, and my sister will be meeting us down there. And we'll spend a couple days in West Palm. Then my sister will go home, and then me and my daughter and my mom will go back to her house for a couple days. So it will be really nice. Usually we take like a big international trip every year. But this year, just with how much everything costs, we can't do that. So this is like our vacation for the summer. And yeah, it's mostly free. And at the same time, my husband is going to be in Alaska with my dad on a fishing trip and a couple other people. So yeah, we're all having fun together, but apart. So yeah, I am trying to decide what stitching I want to bring, because there will be lots of stitching time, and I'm so excited. Yeah, because when it like torrential downpours there, go inside and stitch and not feel bad. And so yeah, I am very much looking forward to that. So I know for sure I am bringing the Velvet Pony Summer Stitch Along, since that new part will be out, and then the next part comes out like the week I get back. So yeah, I'll finish that while I'm there. I'm definitely bringing Deathly Hallows because it needs some love, and if I don't have a lot of projects to choose from, it will get a lot of love. I think last time I went to Florida by myself for like a momcation for just me alone, I finished a whole page of that stitch. So yeah, but that was like 5 days of just me sitting in a house. It rained a ton, but so hopefully I can at least finish the page I'm working on and maybe get to work on some other ones. So definitely bringing that one. I was thinking about bringing Cursed Cat Alistair as another stitch, and those were the three that I was thinking about bringing because they are small. Like, I mean, Cursed Cat Alistair doesn't have a lot of colors, so I could at least finish the black while I'm there. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not gonna have like my stand and everything there. I'll have my little book light, but that's it. Yeah, so if you're like, wait, Kelsey, why don't you bring this one? Then let me know in the comments, because yeah, but I think that's what I'm doing is Summer Stitch Along, Cursed Cat Alistair, Deathly Hallows. I only have so much room to bring so many things. But yeah, that is what I am really looking forward to as far as my future plans. And so when I get back, I will share with you guys the progress that I make on my trip. Hopefully I get as much done as I think I will. I stay up later than everybody else, so when everybody goes to bed, I'll just be there alone stitching. But I am sharing a room with my daughter, so but she stays up late. Like, we probably will go to bed at the same time, so it's fine. Okay, so that is all of the stitchy stuff that I have for you. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching and my rambling. If you could give this video a like, that would really help me reach other people. And if you haven't yet and you want to see more updates, then make sure you subscribe. I try to do a video every 2 weeks. I have some special videos that I have planned. A lot of them are like filmed and I just can't get it together to edit them together because I'm like that. But if you want to see more videos like that, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to hear about the chill things, audiobooks, TV shows, things like that, then continue on this journey with me and we can talk about that. Okay, since I last talked to you, I've been on like an audiobook like push. So I think I was listening to Shatter Me the last time we talked and I finished Shatter Me. So good. I feel like I am remembering that I don't remember a lot of the plot points. So that's been good. I've really been enjoying it. That's one of my favorite series. So to be back in that world is really fun. And then I listened to Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, which was excellent. I mean, I feel like that's one of her first books, so it's a little different. I can see like the growth of her writing style and her world building and things like that. So yeah, but I really enjoyed it and I will definitely listen to the next one. I have it on my holds list in the library. And I keep getting my holds now, like since I finished Throne of Glass. Well, really since I've been listening to Shatter Me, because I got Throne of Glass and then I just like keep getting my holds like really quickly through the hold system. It's like, this is available, this is available, this is available. I'm like, I can't handle all of it. So yeah. And then I feel like I'm just like plowing through books and not like remembering things and not really like absorbing it, but knowing like, oh, I enjoyed it. And that's about all I remember. Yeah. So I did like Throne of Glass. I thought it was really great. Excited for the next one. And then now, well, I finished it today, actually. I finished Butcher and Blackbird, and I feel like I should not have enjoyed it as much as I did. It was so good. Super funny, super like heartfelt. It's a little dark and gory, and I love those parts. I'm not a really huge like gore fan, but reading it's a little different. But yeah, and the audiobook was like super well performed. 2 people read it, so a man and a woman, they read them, their parts, and like just you get a lot of their like back and forth banter and everything. So it was super good. I highly recommend if you're going to read it to listen to the audiobook because they did such a great job. And there is a long list of trigger warnings at the beginning, so make sure you go through those if you feel like you might be sensitive to something, because you definitely don't want to get surprised by any of the things. It is a very dark book, but because it's about serial killers who kill serial killers who fall in love. Yeah. Super good book though. Really, really liked it. The next one is Leather and Lark, which is about Butcher's brother and Blackbird's friend. Yeah, so I'm gonna listen to that one. It was available. I didn't have to put it on hold, so I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Really good series, really funny. I was like laughing out loud, like choking on my own spit, and my husband's like, are you okay? I'm like, oh my god, it's just so funny. So yeah, definitely it's a good one. 2 different actors read Leather and Lark, so I'm sure they'll be great as well. But yeah, I'll probably start that, I don't know, maybe not tonight, but I feel like I need just a little minute to recover. But then I also just got Assistant to the Villain, which I don't know much about, except for I saw that it was good. And they recommended it for me, so I was like, sure, why not? So yeah, I'm excited to do that one. So that one's probably what I'll listen to. I'll probably finish Leather and Lark and start Assistant to the Villain while I am on my trip. I did also binge watch a show called One Day on Netflix. You've probably seen it if you have Netflix. At least you've seen it like in your recommendations or new on Netflix and things like that. And I think I'm at like episode 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that. Maybe I'm at 10, but I like binged it pretty hard. I think my husband was out of town and I was like, yes, I am still watching. So I still have a couple episodes left to watch of that. So I think I'll probably put them on my phone for our trip. Watch them on the plane, at least 1 or 2. So we'll see. They're kind of, I don't know if they're half-hour or hour-long episodes, but it's a good show. It's a little sad, a little funny, a little bit of everything. So, and then we're still watching House of the Dragon, obviously, and it's a lot. The thing about shows like that is that you watch the whole episode and you're like a little bored, and then all of a sudden the end is like, what? No way. And then you're like, I can't wait for the next episode. And I mean, they do that so you watch the next episode. If it ended on like something dumb, then you wouldn't be excited. But yeah, this last episode was crazy. And I'm looking forward to the next episode. And then I'm going to be behind because my husband and I are like, well, what are we going to do when you're in Alaska and I'm in Florida and we can't watch that Sunday? So I'll have to be like, no spoilers for like a week. Almost 2 weeks, I think, actually. Yeah. Anyway, this Sunday will be the last one that we watch together, and then we'll have to wait for each other because I think I put up my notes. It said, still watching House of the Dragon, still confused. I mean, yeah. Someone suggested that I watch like a recap on YouTube, which I probably should because that would be helpful. But I did share a meme on, I think it was my personal Instagram page, and it was like, you can't ruin House of the Dragons for me because I don't know anybody's name. It's like, yeah, that is perfect. And last, I saw there is a documentary on Netflix called Man with 1,000 Kids, which I would like to watch. I like documentaries like that are kind of weird, but it's like basically this man is a sperm donor and has donated enough to have a lot of kids, technically have kids. But if you didn't watch Our Father on Netflix, watch that one too, because that one was really cool and not cool. It was weird and crazy and like seriously kind of like vibes. So definitely check out that one as well. But yeah, I probably will put that on my phone too for while we're traveling, so I can watch that, or I'll watch it in a hotel one night or something. I don't know. So yeah, that is all the chill things that I've been doing, mostly just listening to audiobooks. It's really easy to just listen to an audiobook because I can do other things while I do it. I'm like, what is a real book? Because there are so many books, and I'm a really slow reader, so it helps to get through a little bit faster, and then I still can do my other hobbies. I can do laundry. I can do other things while I'm listening to them. It's kind of like podcast, you know, which I don't have a ton of podcasts that I listen to, so audiobooks it is. Anyway, that is everything that I have for you guys. Sorry, this is kind of a long one, and I think I say that at the end of every single one. I will stop saying it. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have made it this far, please be sure to leave a like. And if you want to see any updates on my stitching or hear about the shows I've been watching and the books, I try to do no spoilers here. So hopefully you can just kind of get an idea and then be like, oh, we'll check it out. So yeah. Anyway, well, I try not to do spoilers, but I guess I did do a spoiler for the Kingdom of Lies series, so I'm sorry about that. But I really try not to do spoilers. But anyway, if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!